Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be taking a look at Project Cars 3. I'm just going to quickly go through the in-game settings as you can't do this from in-game. So playing at resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz. The game is pretty much maxed out with the absence of super sampling, as this pretty much increases the game's render resolution. And you don't want to go over 4K on this game as it's already ridiculously demanding. Rendered frames ahead is default by 2, but you can increase this if it makes your GPU play smoother. So that's pretty much it for the in-game settings. I'm going to do a custom event now. I'm going to be driving the 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR or R34. So finally, some additional settings. So the difficulty I'm playing at medium with AI difficulty for the aggression as well. Assists I'm not using any, as I prefer not to, as it makes it a lot more challenging for the handling of the car anyway. In terms of what I'm using to drive with, I'm using the Logitech G920 force feedback wheel and pedals. I'm not using a shifter, I'm just using the paddle shifts. So that is pretty much it. Let's get into it. Try and get a nice clean start. Too bad. See if I can get a few places nice and early. These guys trying to box me in, got to find a little way out.
Good start, good start.
Not a bad start. Let's see if we can keep it up. Try and do these guys, get on the power early, try and get past a few of these guys. These Porsches ain't gonna have to hold me back for too much longer. Really fighting the car here. G920 providing decent force feedback. I can feel exactly what the car's doing. And that curve was pretty brutal. I want to stay off of that in the future. Almost spun me around. And chase down this Aston Martin, it's getting away. So Project Cars definitely one of the better looking sim racers in the bunch. Doesn't have the best handling and physics model, but it makes up for that in other areas. Got a really good career mode, loads of classes, loads of tracks, and upgrade your cars. It's kind of got a bit of a Gran Turismo feel to it. Still providing enough realism for even some hardcores to enjoy. I mean, I'm very much a novice and this is pretty entertaining to me. But for someone who plays something like iRacing, then they may not be too impressed. But yeah, this is definitely feeling pretty decent to me.
You're up to first
I was
place.
able to take the lead.
Keep pushing.
So very good first lap. See if I can keep this up. I know some of you guys want to see this game from a different perspective, so I'll change to the chase cam now, but my driving may suffer because of it. Just letting you know. Damn it, man. Those guys push me into the grass. I'll let them have the positions. I don't want to get an advantage for it, but the race must go on. See if I can chase down this Porsche now. So getting good performance at the moment, even though it looks like it's about to start to rain. So I was getting over 120 frames per second earlier. That seems to have dropped down into the high 90s now. The rain's starting to come. And Project Cars is known for being quite demanding in rainy conditions. It's not one of those games that just perform well in everything. You really have to have a beefy system if you want to run this game in bad weather.
See how the car handles in these wet conditions. We can make some changes to make the car easier to drive.
Is that right? Well, I'll do my best to keep it on the track. So yeah, dropping down into the low 90s now. Chicane coming up here. Can't really drive too confident in this viewer. I won't lie, but I just want you guys to see what the game looks like in all aspects. See if I can catch this Aston Martin. The Skyline sounds terrible. It sounds like it's got gearbox problems or something. I don't know if that's some damage I've incurred on the car without realizing, but it does not sound like it's too happy, to be honest. I think we're all struggling in the wet here. So little drag race now with the Porsche. I'm going to go back into cockpit view now, where I'm a bit more comfortable. And so far I've been able to reclaim the lead. I'm going to start braking at the 200 meter board, because I just don't trust the brakes in the wet. Okay, able to. Yeah, the handling isn't the best as well, so lost 3 positions there. Not happy about that. The rain is really coming down now, and it really affects the way this track feels and the car feels. It doesn't even feel like the car's making proper contact with the road now, because the aquaplaning, you can really feel that in the force feedback. Try and chase down this Aston Martin now. So yeah, still getting decent performance, just about a 30 FPS hit with the rain. So just bear that in mind if you want to play this game at 4K ultra settings. Really gonna have to have a beefy GPU. Still leaving with these guys though. Hopefully I can keep it up. Just about got out of the way of the Aston Martin there. You can see water settling on the track now. So there's a lot of aquaplaning spots. Just gonna try and take this chicane nice and slow, because myself in the gravel trap. So yeah, I should have enough acceleration to get past the Porsche. Start braking at the 200 meter board. Really struggling here. I'll give it to the tyre model on this game. You can really feel the difference now that the track's completely drenched, and it looks quite immersive in the car as well. The wind wipers going, and the game's got a good sense of speed as well. I've got to really start pushing now if I want to stay in the lead, because I think these guys just drive a little bit better than me in the wet. I always seem to end up in the gravel here, no matter how slow I go, so I need to find a better entry. That's where I'm losing a lot of time. Chase down this Porsche. Try and take him on the outside. Okay, I kind of went off the track there, but I'll keep going because I didn't really ruin anyone's race, and I'll probably have an invalid lap because of that. Just went off the track there. Really struggling now, the grip. Just fighting with this Porsche and this Jaguar in front of me. When the spray is all coming up on you, visibility really affected. Try and do what I can to get back the lead. This Porsche isn't really running away with it, so I've got every chance of catching up. Just about holding it on the road. See if I can draft it and catch up. Yeah, man. G920 really doing a good job, and it's a really an entry level wheel as well, but that's why it comes highly recommended, because it gives you a lot for the price. I think I'm just about able to take the lead again. Got one more lap to go. And let's see if I can... Yep, that's the aim. Keep going into the gravel here, so I'm gonna try and go nice and slow. Still take that corner terribly. That Porsche is starting to get away now. I have to try and catch up. Try and take him on the inside. Just about did that successfully. Slow down, chicane's coming up now. You need to grind to a halt, but in the rain you've got to be so cautious. Really struggling to keep the car on the road here. But I'm only a few corners away from victory and I'm not going to let anyone spoil it for me. Doing well so far. Creating a bit of distance now between me and the car behind. There are a few more corners to go. Another chicane coming up here. I want to slow down too early. AI seems to struggle in these corners anyway, so I think I'll be okay. Starting to create a little bit of a lead now. One more corner for victory. Try not to mess this up. Feel the back end going. Just about able to hold on to it. Okay, looks like we've done enough. 5 laps around Monza in a skyline. Pissing down in rain. But I was able to get the victory. That felt pretty epic, so I'm happy with that. So, as you can see in the replay scenes, that's probably the only time we drop below 60, but while you're driving, it's actually pretty decent. So, hopefully you guys I've got a good idea of what to expect from an RTX 3090 in Project Cars 3. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.